Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Didn't go so well last time. I think we're going to stay with the shells and torpedoes, although survivability might be able to take on the heavy cruiser, but you know what? Not too interested in that. Stay with the shells. We'll adjust our Bremen to Leipzig. How much cheaper is this? Is it even cheaper? Maxes out at 8,000. What's the hull form look like? That we don't get as good towers. Put that on there for real basic. In funnel. Interesting. Do 3, no barbettes allowed. Go for the 4-inch. 1 center line. Can't move that rear tower any further back. Tower 2 might be the better option, as it allows that 4-inch. Or not. There we go. So we have a 5-gun broadside. That interfere with the arc at all? Nope. And then I said I wanted some underwater torpedo mounts. We want to go at least 24 knots. Max bulkheads would be advisable. We can get by without them. Game expansion. Two thin funnels with the induced boilers. Not bad. Prop 1. The barbettes out. Let's leave everything out. Oh, I do want that water pumping. And it doesn't cost more? Doesn't seem right. It does cost more. Okay. Not crazy. Because it increases hull weight, and hull weight equals cost. The only reason I would take the double bottom hull is for the resistance. I want to avoid that for now. Barbettes aren't going to cost us much. Light shells. And I think lyddite would be the best option. 21-inch torpedoes. We'll do the electrics. Loading, let's go for enhanced. We need our rangefinder. We'll keep the long range one, just because ranges are so atrocious in this era. Do 3-inch all round, 1-inch on top. And we've hit our weight limit. That's alright, we'll set it up. 3-inch, 3-inch. Ah, casemate guns. Almost forgot. 3, 3, and 3. 3 3-inch broadside, 4 or 5 4-inch broadside. Leave those at 1. They get disabled, they get disabled. And I think we can afford... Nope. Gotta go with many, not too many. That should do. See how the Leipzig works out instead of the Bremens I was using. "20 transports southeast," which is that direction. Max speed, environmentals, evening is bad. -10 overall. Not too bad. Smoke is still southeast. And there we go, spotted the enemy. A little bit disorganized and scattered. Don't see return fire yet. There we go. That's probably the cruiser. See some 2 or 3 inch fire from this guy over here. Yeah, now we're starting to see a little bit more. Pop smoke while we wait for identification of all these guys. Oh, brutal first hit. 8 inch hit from the cruiser. Ammo detonation from my 5 inch hit. Might be able to, have to right click. Get a torpedo into that cruiser, which would be very beneficial. Going through the middle of this formation is extremely dangerous though. There goes the torpedo. And loosh. Slow us down to 20 knots. Top maneuver, you don't need to maneuver that much. See if we can get another torpedo into the, not the Neptune. Find people with guns. There we go. That one. Let's maneuver the Augsburg. can you get a torpedo? There we go. Alright, detach you. Let you do your thing. How are you guys coming along? That one has no armament. No armament. No armament. That one does, but it's almost done. That's 3. It's 3 sinking at the moment. This is just counted as 3. If it's actually 4 now, then so be it. I'd rather overcount. Or undercount it, rather. Stop that, you're gonna run into the transport. Keep it tight. See if we can get a torpedo into the Parthian, although the Parthian's pretty much done already. See if we can get a torpedo into the town. Coventry is good. Eagle will be the other torpedo. There's the torpedo. Come left. Get a torpedo into the Beagle. Jeez, these are going down fast. I can't keep up count with this. 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Five, 4. Three, 5. Right. Hard. There, that's that one. Leipzig is the flagship now. Alright. Come right then. Not even getting to use the torpedoes. Augsburg, I want you to go after these guys. Leipzig's about to collide with the Augsburg. Oh well. Pop smoke again. How fast is the Leipzig? Probably only reach 10 to 12 knots. Are any of these armed? No. You get close enough, launch a torpedo. Oh, that's brutal flooding. Alright, Leipzig, detach. I want you going there. Emden, continue on. Neptune sinks. Did we get that many that quickly? Wow. Why was that so hard the previous times? Oh well. Moving on to the next one, we have Hurry Up. Your convoy is attacked while you're far away. A German raiding squadron is approaching one of your military convoys. Hey, this sounds familiar. Which is escorted by only 2 light cruisers. Those old light cruisers can only delay the attacking force, which appears to contain a battle cruiser and a heavy cruiser. Wisely allocate your funds in order to design and build a naval force that will be capable to travel fast and repel the enemy. So we have guns and fire control. We have shells and torpedo. We have survivability and maneuverability. I think survivability and maneuverability. Anyone who's watched the series already knows I love my armor. And we need to be fast this time. Well, let's max it out. 36 knots is plenty as far as I'm concerned. Well, turbines, without a doubt. Oil. Forced. Actually, let's see if we can get away with balanced. Oh, auxiliaries. Oh, glorious auxiliaries. Look at all those bonuses to ship repairs. Shaft is less important. Prop 4, barbette 3, anti-torp 3, double hulled, reinforced bulkheads, anti-flooding 3, nice. Armored citadel, heavy rounds. Probably the tube powder. The shell weight, like, yeah, that adds a lot of shell weight, which is good. Cordite. Cordite or tube powder? Tube powder has a bonus to penetration, whereas cordite has a malice. All the fancy things. Fast 19-inch torpedoes that we probably aren't even going to equip. Stereoscopic rangefinder 2. We have 3 for the 15% at long range or 6% close. Bit expensive. I think I'll avoid that for now. Now for the main tower. Yeah, that base accuracy improvement's a bit hard to ignore. Secondary tower. Yeah, same with that as well. Easily accounts for the extra weight. And we can switch to the wow, really? That's not funky at all. Go with forced. Maybe put in a 2 talls. Like that. And that'll cover it. And we can get away with balanced. Excellent. So we have superimposed there. What kind of guns should we use? I am thinking 12s off the hip. Mark 1's definitely not, using the 14-inch. 13s are pretty solid. no significant improvement to accuracy. In fact, it's a little bit worse. 12s kind of are the best of both worlds. Do you have any? No, standard, superimposed, medium. Well, we can't use medium. No, that's probably is too small for a 12-inch. Let's get the 12-inch there. And there. Stick it out. And there. Although forward weight is pretty high. Get our casemates in there. Not that they're very good. 3-inch. We want any secondary gun. Or theoretically, we could slide that back a little bit. I don't think we can fit another 12. But we could fit an 8-inch secondary in a very awkward looking spot. And throw some 5s on the side. Just for random peppering. Get rid of some of the forward offset. Slide that back any further. Just a little bit. Alright, and how do those guns perform? We're looking at... Oh, they've changed this quite a bit. For armor strength, still double. So if we're looking at double, full protection is 15 inches. That's still not quite full protection. Protects out to 2.5 kilometers. 12 for 5 kilometer protection. With deck protection needing to be around 5. Which that's all way too much. Like, I think I have overkilled this quite a bit. Zealous is right. Let's see about removing the torpedo protection altogether. Allows us to shrink down quite a bit. Drop 1 knot of speed. Which we have to lose the 8-inch now. Oh, they got all sorts of funkified. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Focus entirely on the main armament. Forward offset's still pretty significant. Why are you throwing a red? Couldn't be now. $30,000 tons is about the minimum we can do and still have 4 turrets. With 3 turrets, we drop this superimposed. I'm against losing guns though. Go for the single funnel there. Lose a little bit on the efficiency. Move to forced instead. Turbines are expensive, but they weigh so much less. What can we get rid of? Engine cost. Engine cost. Rapidly losing weight. Go for electrical turrets. Keep the enhanced reloading. 2 powder, heavy shells. And she's just really expensive. Like I can reduce the weight quite a bit, the expense not so much. I don't want to reduce the speed. Those auxiliaries bumped back up. We have to, we'll just remove that rear tower. Go for a smaller one. In fact, we can remove that turret. We can keep the rear tower. Slide that back some. Put our casemates back in. Minimum size. I don't want to use fewer bulkheads. Bulkheads are cheap, good. Oh, that's brutalizing the speed. I'm just making her too fancy. Natural ventilation. We get up to 24. We get up to 24 and a half. Do we really need the repairs? Let's drop it entirely. That gets us back up to 28. Go for induced. Cost. Easily worth it. Lose the barbettes. Not that they cost that much. Lose the anti-flooding. It's affordable now, if underweight. Can't even do 29. No, we can do 29. Alright. Walk up the armor to 12.7. I don't think we're going to drop any more cost for weight. A lot of these things I really do want. And like the electric, it doesn't cost that much. And lose the reloading. 2 powder isn't super... Well, no, that's pretty expensive for what we have. How much does shell cost? Okay, pretty significant. We lost a gun though, so I think I'm going to stay with it. It's an interesting design. I think I'm going to keep the anti-flooding, but 12-inch armor. We'll see how it does. This is very interesting design as far as I'm concerned. Oh no. Go away. We have our 2 light cruisers. Where is our battleship? There's the close button. Enemy spotted to the north. Where are you going then? There they are. Focus on the presumed destroyers. Torpedoes on the battlecruiser. Oh, man. Where's the Diomedes? Come on, hard right. Battlecruiser is way too far away. Just ate some torpedoes because I wasn't paying attention. There goes our combat capability. That means we can move back to ×5 speed. We can actually hit them at this range. 1%, 0.5%. Against that heavy cruiser, we probably don't. Good against the deck. Down to 7 transports. About to be 6. Only afford to lose 1 more. No, we have 7. Times 5 until we get closer in. We need to find those destroyers. What does their battlecruiser look like? 10 inches of armor, prop 4, 14-inch guns. Decent 14-inch guns at that. Their accuracy's pretty bad though. Let's focus on the light cruiser. We'll drop speed, 24 knots. I have exactly enough transports left. And there are at least 3 destroyers out there that could murderize any one of these transports. Speaking of, 2% chance. Secondaries are alt. There we go. Got that destroyer pretty well. Do a slow right-hand turn. Avoid any torpedo fire. There we go. Got it. Primaries on V1, secondaries on V2. I've attracted the attention of all of them, which is perfect. Might actually be able to do this mission. Do take a 14-inch penetration to the bow. Finish this guy off. The secondary targeting isn't working separately. Or I used the wrong one. There we go. Here we go. Ooh, I was worried about that one. And no hits by the primaries. Does the heavy cruiser have torpedoes? It sure does. On the left. More strongly, we're going to take that one on the nose. I don't think there's any avoiding that. Oh, ammo detonation. I think we would have been done anyways. Even with the rapid maneuverability. Wow. Well, that torpedo did a number. Can't argue with it. I think for redo, we're going to look at using the light cruisers a little bit more intelligently, stand off a little bit. Still focus on the destroyers, see what we can do. Possibly get a torpedo into the battle cruiser if we can. Improvements to our battle cruiser. I don't know, I might see how well a heavy cruiser can be armored. If it can be armored similarly, we use a smaller 2-turret ship. We'll see. But that's something for the next time. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate you staying till the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.